Now then, people, good morning. Welcome back to the Just Your Football Show. I hope you're all doing well this morning. I know I am. I'm feeling good. Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. And as I told you, right, I believed them French clubs, bar PSG, be skint, man. Be skint. And still, there is no deal done for Igor Paixao. So it is on. The deal is on. So we will talk about Igor Paixao. We're going to talk about Mehdi Taremi, who also has been linked to us this morning. And we'll have a little bit more on Mateo Joseph and the current situation at Leeds United. Isaac Johnson of Leeds Live has done an article this morning where he's spoken to Farke. And Farke gave us some further transfer stuff, which is always good in the hood for me. I hope you're all well. I don't know if you've watched. Listen, Bamford and Chips, by the way, keep fighting the good fight on Twitter, broske. Legend, my guy. You know what I mean? Big up for that. Try not to get involved in it these days, but you're a good man. So yeah, smash me a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. We'll be getting stuck in to all the latest Leeds United news. I have also done some editing of the Content Creator Cup highlights, but also like my vlog from the match day. That's been sent to someone to give it the final, pizzazz. Should either be done tonight or tomorrow morning. So please, when that comes out, check it out because it looks good. Or should be good. You've got pre-match, you've got half-time chat, full-time stuff, and obviously the game highlights bucketed in there as well. So yeah, that should be fun. So yeah, look, please smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. Big up to Elite Warfare in the chat who was there, my guy. Big up Callum. Top of the morning. Hope you're good, mate. I am Kieran. I am. I hope everyone else is in the chat as well. Let's get stuck into some comments and then we'll talk on the news. Liam says, Matteo in the bin, by the way. Sorry, I wasn't about with I was out with the missus last night. Don't ever apologize for that. Oh, God. Oh, we're back. Don't ever apologize for that, bro. Hope everyone's doing good, though. We are. Big up to Michael. Danny Talks Sport. Big up, my guy. James Hall. Big up to James. Callum as well. Time for German jet washers to unite. Morning, Joe and all. Exactly. I've seen people putting on Twitter flights into Leeds Bradford Airport. That's not happening. We're in Germany. Adam Underwood. Everybody is in Germany. So you need to be looking at flights from wherever to Germany. Also, Paixao isn't in Rotterdam. He's in Brazil. So, yeah, just to give people a heads up, if you're going to jet wash, make sure you're watching the right jets. Big up to Lee. Morning, Joe Hopolo. Yeah, really good, actually. I woke up really good. I had a bit of a meh day yesterday. I think what it was, I had such an emotional high on Sunday, was too, physically battered on Monday to care, and then Tuesday it was like, whoa. You know what I mean? Big up to Marcus. Alfie Damas says, all the best, Joes. If fans never took to him for whatever reason, go smash it in Spain. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think we all took to him. We all thought he would smash it, and unfortunately he didn't. That's what it comes down to. Big up to Josh Animally. Will Ball says, I knew Marseille wouldn't get it done, myself included, bro. They just don't have the capacity. Let's go. Joe was watching Connor, but jumped ship to the real deal. Oh, thank you very much, Immortal Reaper. I didn't realize he was live. Big up to everyone in the content creation space. Good morning, Oliver. Four Candles says, bye, Matteo, you arrogant. Yeah. P&J Touring. Good morning, Joe. Putting in another great shift for us. Try my best. Cooking on gas. Morning, mate. Hoping we will swoop in now for Paixao. What I find quite interesting on Paixao, Leeds United have continuously maintained, we're confident. Even so much so they've been briefing the press that they're confident. They know something we don't. Good morning, all. Bonus with doing it. I don't know about geopolitics, bro. Couldn't even tell you. Where's Taremi come from? Sport Witness this morning, mate. It might be a poor link. He's currently in Italy, and we know Italy, like Turkey, actually, their transfer stuff, apart from if it comes from like Di Marzio, is just they link Leeds, Everton to everybody. I've noticed West Ham keep getting linked as well. Sesko looks an amazing player. We could never get him. Never get him. It's crazy talk. No Paixao, no party. Be kind when you watch the team talk. Mate, 100%. It is top tier. Danny's worried about his team talk. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. You get a team talk from Joe. Well, you get Joe telling us where defense needs to be. You get Danny giving us team talk, and then you get me at the end. It's really good, actually. And what's cool is half time's brilliant, Danny, because you start us off, then a few people say bits, and then everyone's like bucketed off into groups going, you need to do this and that. It's just brilliant watching it back. I was like, oh, wow, because some of the stuff we said actually was happened. Do you know what I mean? Big up, Joe. Congratulations on the Content Creators Cup performance. Performance was a bit shaky, but I'm proud of myself. I did a good job. Your throat sounded battered yesterday, to be fair. All the celebrating. Yeah, it was a little bit. Oh, is that me and you, Scoobs? Hey, me and you, Scoobs. And your son, who was called, wait there, I can see the name on the back of the shirt. Lucas? That's probably wrong, innit? I think I got it wrong. Big up to Scoobs, by the way. He was at the game. Top guy. What's cracking, lads? Not being able to catch a live recently as life has been hectic. Hope you're well. I hope your life is well after it being hectic. I hope you're good now. Morning all. Wonder if Bamford will be back in. No. He's already been told he can leave. We just need another striker, and we'll get that. Chloe and Dylan, adventure and vlog. Morning, Joe. Morning to you, Chloe. If club are confident, surely player has already. This is what I'm saying. But his preference may well have been Marseille, and that's fine. Champions League football, deserve it. They're prison FC, if you ask me, but it is what it is. I think so, yeah. I see. This is what I mean. This shows me they listen and watch and take note of social media, because they came out saying we're annoyed about it getting leaked. We're not happy, and now we don't get any of that anymore. So it wonders if they check the temperature and they go, right, okay, we're going about that the wrong way. Because it's been ever since that Monday when we were all like, what? It's been nothing but joy. Taremi is probably one of those giant crystals of salt link, as Joe would call it. Was good to meet him on Sunday. Yeah, man. I saw you as well, didn't I, bro? I know I couldn't stop and chat because you were sort of sat in front of me kids there, weren't you? Someone's phoning me. Can't see who. I don't know who's phoning me. Let me just... Paul. I'll have to message. I don't know which Paul it was. 1 second. And if it was... Sorry, I just needed to quickly respond to that. Personal terms with Paixao are apparently already in place. It's just that he prefers Marseille. Yeah, exactly. Told you there's hope of Paixao, bro. This is Craig. Big up to Craig. Joe, will you be making a shout for a... No, definitely not, man. If you watched me, mate, yeah. Lucas, yes, mate. Yeah, change my name. Having a rebrand. Want to match my socials and FPL account. That's fine. Also, the content creators, it is just for them to but what we've done, and it'll be fun to track it. We've created a league and there's money involved for content creators. And I like to talk about FPL. So, yeah. Joe, could you get a signed shirt? So a bloke, I forget his name. I do apologize. Joe B will tell you more. Listen to this. He bought 4 shirts. 4 shirts with Creator Cup 2025 on. He only wanted one signed by everyone. So I took it in change rooms, got them signed, and then 3 shirts which Joe B has. And he's going to raffle them off or do something with them. Yep. So someone actually did do that. It was quality. Joe said yesterday that the club was only looking for a striker, left winger, and 10. Goalkeeper, and not a 10. This is incorrect. Sorry to mention that, but I'll I'll tell you for why. So yeah, that's incorrect. I don't know if he's just read between the lines and come up with that, and that's no shorts. I'm just going to read in. Well, we'll get straight into it now. First news story I wanted to talk about was from Leeds Live, was from Isaac Johnson. This is what he said on Transfer Insights. The main article was on Mateo Joseph, and it was an opinion piece by him giving his opinion on the Mateo Joseph stuff. As you can see from here, this is what Farke had to say, though. Farke confirmed now that centre midfield and central defensive areas are completed. Okay, so that's done. So our midfield now consists of Gruev, Tanaka, Ampadu, Longstaff, and Stack. Great midfield five. It is a great midfield five. So that's done. Centre defence, Strauch, Biol, Bornau, and Joe Rodon. Again, strong. But all other positions could possibly be reinforced, is what he said. And also said, it's common knowledge that a goalkeeper and striker are two key transfer areas with left wing sought after. But Farke's admission means another fullback, number 10, and right winger are not ruled out. What the manager wants, as a rule, is players who are close to their prime, which if you look at all signings, this is true in terms of age profile, are on an upwards trajectory, which again, with a lot of them, is true, and have Premier League or European top flight experience, which all signings have had. While the potential of a youngster or a player over 30 has not been ruled out, that is not the target market. So we're not going to get no Callum Wilson. We're not going to be buying youngsters that might turn into players. We're going for oven-ready players right now, okay? We know, common knowledge, we want a goalkeeper and a striker and a left winger. We're seeing that with the links. Paixao, let's say Perry, Muniz, yeah? Brazilian. Bamboea, Bamboea. So there's the three. But he said that every other position. Now, in terms of yesterday as well, we played two formations in the game. We had a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-3-3 again. So it looks like we might dovetail between them two positions or two formations, depending on who we play. That's why I think now, to be honest, apart from Joseph and the ones that have stayed back, Bamford, Gelhardt, Greenwood, I don't think we'll see exits. I think Gruev stays as well, because if we play with a 3, really we need 2 subs. So I think Gruev stays. I don't think we see any exits. We need a fullback. Byram can't cover both sides. Right wing, I think we're all right with James and Nonto being able to play out there. We do need a 10 if we're going to go 4-2-3-1, because Aronson can't be that. One thing I noted as well, as Harrison off the ball yesterday in the game was very good. And I think the manager's going to end up keeping him, you know. But that's all I'm going to say on Harrison, because we go back and forth and it just ruins the thing of the video. But yeah, I think he's going to end up keeping him if no one bids for him. So I can only see Joseph exiting, which is close to first team. Bamford's already been told you can go. And then on the back of that, you have Gelhardt, Greenwood, JB, even Crew's gone. JB's not gone. Even Chambers has gone. Gelhardt's not gone. So they've been bombed. They're in the bomb squad, as it were, if you can call it that. Have I got a bingo wing there? What is that? Oh, I don't like that. I've probably always had that, but that's... Anyway. Sorry about that. God, right. So that's the update on Leeds United and what's wanted and what we need. We're going to talk about Paixao next. Now, it's out there in the press that, and we thought that this might happen over the last few days, to be honest. They're at an impasse. They're at a standstill. They can't agree a deal. Basically, French teams, bar PSG, are skint. Yeah, this is the facts. So, although it was announced as a near definite deal just the other day, I think that was French media outlets putting it out there to maybe put pressure on Rotterdam, on Feyenoord, and Paixao, etc. It's slipping away. It's not looking good. There's total silence between both camps, and some clubs can take advantage of this. Of course, one of them being Leeds United. 24 hours ago as well, Paixao put out tweets potentially, or it may have been Instagram, showing clubs or fans asking him to stay. It's not by chance, is it? It's a bit like the Muniz stuff. Several now reliable sources confirm that a deal which seemed close to conclusion is now at a standstill. An RMC journalist, Fabrice Hawkins, explained that negotiations were over with no agreement between Feyenoord and OM, and that no meeting was planned. No further meeting. That's all we keep. Oh, we're having another meeting. We're having another meeting. And also that was confirmed in the Dutch press this morning. They're not in a rush to sell him. They don't need the dollar, obviously, Feyenoord. Otherwise, he'd have probably already gone. Hence why they're being quite bullish with OM. Not only that, they're aware that Leeds United are waiting in the wings and have the capacity. We have the capacity, you know? Whereas they do not. So, yeah. So that now leaves the door open for another clubs. I've not seen anyone seriously linked to him apart from ourselves. Now, Leeds, back in the Premier League, significant financial sources, been mentioned a number of times. And according to this report on RMC, it says that the Peacocks would be ready to push the financial barrier above 30 million euros in order to recruit him. And look, we've only spent 60 million so far on 6 signings, and we've sorted our centre-back and central midfield areas. We've still got the capacity. And you've got to add on top of that Leeds United are going to want over 10 million for Joseph if he is going to leave. We might even see a world where Joseph doesn't get his move. And then he's going to be screwed, innit? Because he's going to have to come back with his tail between his legs. But Farke will welcome him back. Farke has said in his interview, I've advised him, it's not ideal. But is what it is. So we'll see. But yeah, we're willing to go, and we have the facilities to do that. An offer, if we bid over the 30 million they want, I think it gets accepted. This is what I'm saying. They're saying, look, we don't need to sell, but if you want to take him, this is how much it's going to cost. And we have the money to offer him the contract that he wants as well. What is certain for now, though, according to the report, is that Paixao is no longer close to signing with the Marseille club, which is happy days. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next. But Paixao, at this moment in time, I would say he's more likely to be a Leeds United player than a Marseille player. He is out injured, Demar, yes, but only till like September time. And that's what I think helps Leeds United. If it doesn't really matter, if you get a player as good as that, a month later he plays, we're all good. We have enough cover up until that point, don't we? So that's it's big news for us personally, I think. So yeah. Turns out that wasn't my mate Paul, so I don't know which Paul that was. I'll have to ring the other Paul back. Whoever it was. Okay, next up then, Mehdi Taremi. So on Sunday, Sport Italia have reported that there is interest in Taremi from West Ham and Fulham, and now Leeds United have come forward for the Iranian international. Today, Gazzetta dello Sport reports the player's time at the Nerazzurri has come to an end after just a single season as he struggled to make a mark under Inzaghi. Again, to be honest, I put this on here prior to reading Isaac Johnson's article. Isaac Johnson's article says the player profile is not anyone over 30 or youngsters that may turn into a player. So we might as well just kibosh this right now. The dude's 33-year-old. He's 33-year-old. let's just kibosh that. No point even talking on any more of the story, if we're being totally honest, because the article tells us what the manager wants typically as a rule is players who are close to their prime, on an upward trajectory, and have experience in the Premier League or European top flight. He does, and then it does say, while not counting them out, they don't want anyone over 30 and also youngsters. So with him being 33, forget that shit. Yeah, we'll forget it. Forget it. Yeah. So I wouldn't. What does Prison FC mean? Prison FC means Marseille is full of wrong-uns. Mendy, who was at City. That horrible Gloit Greenwood, who was at Manchester United. There's some also shady characters in that team as well. So yeah, they're not good. They'll employ anyone basically. Yeah, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne, definitely. I've seen some like some of the stuff he did. Like if you're my age, you'll remember the Osbournes. That was just a funny show, and yeah, yeah, man, yeah, and they used to have Barton as well. Okay, then yeah, if you want, mate, whatever makes you sleep at night, yeah. Yeah, but Taremi's not Salah. Taremi's not Salah. Let's not even bother about that one. Come on. Yeah, so that is it really on the latest Leeds United news. There's not more I can give you. Let's get some comments in though. If there's any topics you would like to discuss, then please do fire them in. We've only been on for 23 minutes, so let's stretch it out to half an hour if we can. Let's talk. Anyway, I'm not speaking on Prison FC. Whatever works for you, whatever works for you. I'm not going to speak on it. I'll be happy with the striker and goalkeeper ASAP. Yeah, definitely. I think Muniz though, if I'm going to be honest, rumbles on. Let's have a look at. I'll tell you what we'll do. What is the latest on Fulham's striker search? Fulham are actively seeking to bolster their attacking options in the summer 2025 window with several strikers linked. They've been linked to Ricardo Pepi, the 22-year-old USMNT striker. They've been linked to Taremi. I don't think they'll go for Taremi, though. I just think that's Italian press. Tolo Arcoder from Genk, Nigerian striker. And it also mentions the Rodrigo Muniz situation, saying current Fulham striker Muniz is attracting interest from Leeds, who are keen on a transfer. Muniz is reportedly happy at Fulham, but could be tempted if the club signs a new striker, potentially freeing him up for a move, which I think they are looking to do. No confirmed signings have been finalised. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Fulham were in for Romelu, I think. There you go. We'll have to wait and see. Well, I hope you're right, Ethan. That'd be nice. Oh, I'd love it, Jake. There's nothing more than I would love. Joga bonita. What does that actually mean? What does yoga bonita mean? I know it means something in Brazilian or Portuguese. Play beautifully, or the beautiful game. There you go. Joga bonito. Joga bonito is a Portuguese phrase that translates to play beautifully or the beautiful game. If we sign them three, that's what I will be saying all throughout. Joga bonita. Yeah, nah. No, thank you. Outside the big six, us and Sunderland, it's been a pretty quiet window for the Prem teams. Agreed, Tyler. It's all about money, innit? I do think. I think both stay up. Bomba, Neil. Bomba. Exactly. Bomba. It rains Fulham fresh. I don't know what that means, bro. It rains Fulham fresh. Funky fresh. Ooh, I like this one. Who's going to be our standout player? It'll be one at new signings. If it's Paixao, it's going. If we get Paixao, it's him. 100%. If we get Muniz, it could be him. It's going to be one at new, boys. Need to shape your cap. It'll look better, Richard. No, this is like a running cap, mate. This is like it's not one of them type of caps. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't want to shape it. It looks better like that, if anything. Yeah. So I think it'll be one at new, boys. If I'm honest, most underrated. It's hard to tell. I think I'm going to go with Longstaff because he'll just do his job. See, I think you're wrong with this, Jim. I think you're wrong. Xhaka for them would be great with Siddiqui and Diarra. I think that's a really, really good midfield. But defensively, Sunderland are still terrible. We'll remember him. We'll remember him. Best podcast going, Joe. Keep up the good work. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Dream signing that hasn't been linked. Wow. Is money is like money not an issue? Is money not an issue, Kieran? Man of the match for me yesterday was Pirro first 60 and Ramazani second. Oh well, there you go. Then that's happy days. I can't blame him not wanting to play for Ten Hag though. Do you know what? That would have surprised me, mate. Nicholas Jackson would be sick, but they want crazy money. They want crazy money. Carney Chukwuemeka's wanted by Dortmund and that, because I wouldn't mind him either. Bamba Dieng. Realistic signing that hasn't been linked. I'm going to stick in the Premier League. It's probably the league that I have the most knowledge of. I don't know these players on the continent. Nor do I pretend to know. Let me think. Premier League. I'm like on the spot. I'm going right. Let's have a think. So midfield sorted, centre back sorted. So we're looking at a winger or a striker. It's really difficult. Oh no! I mean, this is. I really, really like Curtis Jones, but he's a midfielder, so that doesn't work. Come on, Joe. See, my mind's gone blank now. You know what I mean? This is what happens. Ben White will play at Arsenal, man. Doucouré would be a shout, Sam, but midfield's done, innit? So I'm looking at winger and striker. Or even a 10. Maybe we could look at a 10. I don't think it's realistic. But Dewsbury Hall? Dewsbury Hall would be a shout. Mateta I'd love, but again, it's not realistic. Mateta would probably do a job at something like Manchester United, if I'm honest. They should go for Mateta. He's so underrated. Yeah. Maybe, actually, here's a shout for you, because they've just bought Borna Souza, Palace. Why not make Byron back up right back and get Tyreek Mitchell? Yeah, Grealish wages far too high. Why not? Hey, nice to see you back, mate. Why not get Tyreek Mitchell? James McAtee for me is not realistic. No, I don't want Malacia either. Not a chance. Mateta, you're not getting out of Palace. They're in Europe, and Mateta, if he has another banging season, will move further up. So yeah, let's go Tyreek Mitchell, because they've just bought Borna Souza. Yeah, it is your home, mate, to be honest. You just got a little bit wayward. But welcome back, mate, if you're here to stay. It's nice to see you. Strand Larson, he's going to be their main man now, isn't he? Mason Mount's quality, mate. It's not working for him. But again, his wages will be insane. Chris Wood's, it's not going to happen. What about Awoni? What about Awoni? Do you know what though, Damar? I don't mind having healthy debate and that, but when it steps over this season, I am just going to be removing people, like, because it can affect everything. So, trying to turn over a new leaf. But yeah, it's nice to have you back, mate. Yeah, Awoni is injury record. That's fair. Yeah. Mark Gooey? It's too young, though, eh? I'd love it. To be honest, if money wasn't an option and I was looking for a striker from the Prem, like I said, Mateta's no go. No, Louis, it's not soft, bro. Don't call me soft. Don't call me soft, pal. I'm just saying that's what I'll be doing for my own psyche, yeah? You don't do this on a daily basis and get it. Do you know what I mean? Don't call me soft, bro. Yeah, so where Jackson would be the one. If money wasn't an option, Nicholas Jackson, I think, is quality. But again, it just costs so much money. So much money. Ortega's a good shout, yeah, but couldn't he go Burnley? John Duran, maybe. Couldn't he already wants out of Saudi, doesn't he? I think he wants out of Saudi. Everton are now preparing to launch a bid for Takefusa Kubo. He's a 10, I believe, at Real Sociedad, or have I got that wrong? Or is he a centre forward? Let's have a look. Where does he play? I think he's a 10, no? Or is he winger? Right winger. Okay, so they're after Kubo. They've already bought that Thierry Barry, is it? Is that right? Or has he already gone to Fenerbahce? There you go, then. There you go. Get Tony. I mean, you've got no chance. Yeah, that's a good one. And it's a good pick for your fantasy teams. Idiot in here. He should have just stayed at Villa, but I think, again, he's got a massive ego like I. Yes, thank you, Damar. This is the thing. 100%. Thank you for that, bro. Yeah, he's Xavi Simons might be a good pick for your fantasy teams. Do you want to get an early look at mine? I don't feel I should share it though, because we've got to be competitive. But this might be right a mad take. Probably is. But my team has 3 Leeds defenders. Is that bad? 3. I've gone Bogle and Goodmanson because they're cheap. So I think they'll get joy. But I've also gone Biol because of the new defensive contributions. Because he's so big, I think he'll get loads of defensive contribution points and could be an early, like... Do you know what I mean? If you think about Tarkowski's 0.5 million cheaper than, like, your top-tier centre-backs now because of the new defensive points. So I'm hoping that Biol will have a similar impact at Leeds because of his headers, etc. The guy's a mountain. So I think him and the 2 wingers, and then I've got a Brighton defender and Everton keeper. It doesn't read good. But then going forward, I'm stacked. Do you know what I mean? So them are 3 Leeds picks. But maybe, I don't know. Lee Wilson, seen a post on Leeds Focus regarding Paixao. What's that, mate? Is that Twitter? Not sure. But we don't know. I hear you, bro. I hear you, but yeah, I did have what's his face? Yeah, he's already on my bench. I did have what's he called? Timber, but I took him. yeah. I know it's probably mad, and to be honest, and I'll probably remove them. This is just a draft. I've changed it so many times. I'll go through it with you, right? I've got Pickford in net. This is my game week 1 team. I'll share my screen, but it'll change. I know it will. So that's why I'm not bothered about sharing it with you. But this is what I've got at the minute. So I've got Pickford in goal, Bogle, De Kuyper, Goodmanson. Apparently, this guy's going to be on set piece as the new left back. Florian Wirtz, Bukayo Saka, Mo Salah, and Declan Rice. Now, I normally wouldn't pick a CDM, but because, a more defensive-minded player. But the thing is with Rice, with what's his face coming in, Zubimendi, I think he gets further forward. He also takes corners and free kicks at times. So Rice is a shout for me and very cheap. Then up front, I can have Isak Solanke. I did want João Pedro, but I can't quite afford him, so I've gone for Delap because I think they'll share minutes. Because in Kinski at bench, bleh. Marlon, cheap. And if he starts, he could be a real steal. And obviously, my other centre-back's Estev. My defence is really weak, but I do think Estev also could benefit from the new defensive contribution points. And having seen a season of him in the Champo, I do really, really rate him. And I think he's better than Burnley and eventually will move up the league. So it probably will change. It definitely will change. Yeah, we're playing Everton game week 1. But yeah, that's where we're at the minute. That's the thing, Tyler. I did want João Pedro, but there's a million difference. And I've spent up because I wanted to get Isak in. What I could do is remove Isak, put João Pedro, and make this a cheaper striker. But yeah, I just think having Wirtz, Salah, Saka, and Isak, and also Solanke, who could think just think how good Ivan Toney was at Brentford. Could he have a similar sort of impact on Solanke? Maybe. Bro, Salah's in there. Salah's in there. That's crazy, by the way. The rest of it mustn't be great. I did want Palmer as well, but I think they'll share minutes, bro. Richard, honestly, I do. And if he doesn't, that's fine. That's fine. He'll still play a lot. Who starts then? Who starts as the 9? Solanke starts as the 9, bro. Who starts as the 9 if it's not Solanke, David? Of course, he's not third. There's no one starts ahead of him. Or have they got a new striker that I'm not aware of? Come on, David. I want to know. Yeah, I ain't got... mate, if Muniz comes to Leeds, maybe that will change. Maybe that will change. I want to know who starts ahead of Solanke. Dominic Golanke. Who? Who's the new striker they bought? I'm not aware of this. Solanke starts. Solanke starts. That's where I'm at. Right, folks, no more news for us to go through at this moment in time. Actually, one moment there. Let's hear from the Daily Mail reporter, Adam Patel, who is out there now. So let's do. Let me just allow ads because he's done an article and he was the one who got the piece out yesterday. He was the one who got the piece out yesterday. He can't be talking about Mateus Tell. Right, okay. So Daniel Farke, I reckon David. Well, David Gibbs-White don't start up. See, you've come on saying you're laughing at my team. You haven't got knowledge, bro. What? Since when was Gibbs-White a striker? Hannibal Solanke is nailed on. You said his third choice. Who's starting at us? You ain't got a... I'm sorry, David. You said you laughed at my team. You think Solanke is same position as Gibbs-White? Can't take you seriously. Daniel Farke's selection dilemma. 2 key areas that need strengthening to avoid Premier League relegation and the tactical tweaks shown so far. Things we learned from Leeds 4-1 pre-season victory over SC Verl. Pirro scored both goals, second coming from penalty spot, while non-torn summer signing Mecha getting in on the act later. Yeah, exactly. He's well wide of the mark, is David McTaff. I think you need to redo your fantasy team, bro. So, Adam Patel was on the scene to bring you all the things we learned. Let's find out what we learned from the Daily Mail. So, after setting up in a 4-3-3 against Manchester United, Leeds reverted back to 4-2-3-1. This was a game there where they had been much more control. And that makes you think, doesn't it? Does Farke believe when he believes that we should be better, 4-2-3-1, when we are playing against potentially better sides, we go with a 4-3-3. Pack the midfield, get them on the counter. He did say afterwards, we are flexible and want to be flexible. I'm not addicted to base formations. I'm more addicted to principles. This is good news. There are different challenges in games where we don't expect to have too much possession. City, Arsenal, Liverpool. That's where we probably go 4-3-3, right? Last season, we played in a very similar base formation because we were winning games. Exactly. So when we are expected to be the aggressor and when we have the best players in the division, he sticks 4-2-3-1. I get it. On numerous occasions, he kept shouting distance to Gruev and Longstaff, implying that he wanted his 2 holding midfielders to be close to each other and form a double pivot. Gruev and Longstaff, obviously, their first time working together. Ultimately, this clash against lower league level opposition was an early indicator of how Leeds may set up in games when they expect to have more of the ball. So 4-2-3-1. Left wing conundrum. Solomon gone. It's intriguing. Farke tried both Jack Harrison and Ramazani there before Willie Gnonto spent the latter stages switching from right to left. Harrison, despite tensions with fanbase, is getting his chance during pre-season and was the subject of much of Farke's instructions during his 60 minutes on the pitch. Early on, the Leeds boss insisted to Harrison that we have to be quicker to get inside. And given that the 28-year-old hasn't been at Leeds for the past 2 seasons, it seems that he's still coming to grips with Farke's systems. Ramazani, who provided a spark against Man United, was brilliant again and involved in both in second-half goals, but still lacks that killer edge in front of goal, while Gnonto looked good too and scored with his left foot. The pair have started pre-season brightly. Good to hear. Looking ahead, a move for Paixao is unlikely, but not impossible. I disagree with that. I think it's likely. He's only negotiating with Marseille, but if talks do not progress, then Leeds are the one. So, boom. The need for a top goalkeeper. We played all 3, remember? Leeds want a new number 1. We have 3 really good goalkeepers who played, but we look at each and every position in order to strengthen the squad, is what he said. Striker crisis. Joel Pirro hit the ground running. Mecha looked a handful and Harry Gray was impressive too. Bamford exiled. Joseph wanting to move. We need another quality forward. Leeds looking at Muniz. We had a bid rejected at 26 million. Remains to be seen whether we'll go back in. Fulham value him north of 40 million. There is possibility Leeds will wait for a few outgoings to raise the fund for Muniz. Understandable. Asked about the need for a striker, Farke said it's always been the plan to build the squad up step by step. We're looking for reinforcements and players who make us better. That is regardless of the situation between Joseph and Bamford. Centre midfield and centre defence are all sorted. All other positions, we're still in the market. There you go then. So similar to what is being said by Isaac Johnson and the rest. Yeah. So happy days, all good in the hood for Leeds United. Left winger next. After that, striker. I don't think we need to raise funds for Paixao. I think that's there. Once Paixao goes, then we might see exits. Then we go for Muniz. And then whatever else becomes available, we need another fullback. We can't have Byram just being covered for both positions because if Byram gets a knock, we're fucked. So that needs to change. Please do subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in, hit that notification bell and all that jazz. Yeah, I did see that Leicester are looking at Melier. That'd be so funny. So funny. They're mudded. Can't wait. Anyway, thoughts on JUSTJOE? Yeah, I don't listen. I have no ill feeling towards the lad. He needs to play, wants to play, go play. I think he's going about it the wrong way. I always believed we'd sell him anyway, regardless about what the club was saying. There's no difference to what he's doing to what Nonto did. Because ultimately, if this was a league game, he'd also be refusing to play the league game. He's refusing to even go out and train in Germany. It's not great. It's not great at all. But he backs himself. Whether or not that's right to do so will remain to be seen. Be honest with me though, Joseph isn't one of your favourites. No, he's not. Do you know where a lot of that comes from though? And it's hard as a content creator. A lot of that comes from the, for me, deluded backing of the lad at times when everything was clear to see that it wasn't working. That's where that comes from. Because you have two schools of thought, and then it's like, you know, I did see a funny tweet. It's like, no, but those who have a deeper understanding of the game and don't look at goals and assists will tell you he should have started over 19 goal scorer Pirro, who is the top scorer. This is what I'm saying. There's people on Twitter saying he should have played more last season and should have been our 9. Pirro was the top scorer in the division. We scored the most goals and we got 100 points. Yet people still think Farke was wrong to play. Solomon. I'm like, eh? So you would rather us give, like when the argument yesterday was, well, all we did were improve someone else's player when we should have been playing Ramazani. Solomon was one of our best players. Solomon scored the goal that got us up. It's not about what's best in the long term. It's about what's best now. Had the manager have gone with these decisions and started Joseph all season, he doesn't get top scorer. He doesn't. We know that. Therefore, we don't score as many goals and therefore might not even win as many games. If he starts Ramazani, he was in hot form. But there was stuff defensively that Ramazani wasn't doing that the manager wasn't happy about. Maybe we could have conceded more goals. Therefore, not having the best goal difference there. So, therefore, not winning the league. There's all these different intangibles, but they go, no, you know, well, he does this, and this. Yeah, but ultimately, Solomon was one of the best players in the league, and Pirro was the top scorer. So that's what thing. But yeah, listen, I've got nothing against lad. Go do what you need to do. Go do what you need to do. You're just going about it the wrong way, just like Nonto did, just like many others have done before. But football is fickle. If he ends up staying and he scores off the bench to win us a game, will not be asked. But that's it from me for now. Maybe we'll speak later on if more news happens. Let's hope now that it looks like there's an impasse with Marseille and Paixao. We get something back, you know. Yeah, same, bro. Same. I just block now. I did bite back to someone yesterday after a quote tweet. And I thought, no, it's not good for you. I went and deleted the tweet, blocked them people. Just can't be asked. Anyway, Aaron, I can't stay for another hour. You go back, bro. You go back and watch from start. You'll be fine. Yeah, go back and watch from start and you can run. Anyway, peace out, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love for the love and all that bad jazz, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Bye-bye.